What's good, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ricky, and this is the Ricky and Nikki Accounting Services YouTube channel where we discuss all things financial literacy from accounting, bookkeeping, tax preparation, tax planning, all the way down to credit repair, business funding, credit building, you name it. If it involves finances and leveling up your business, building and scaling your business, this is the channel for you. But what I got for you guys today is an extension of a previous video that I dropped, and it's the differences between Donald Trump's tax proposals and Kamala Harris's tax proposals. Now, if you haven't seen that video yet, go check the link in the description so you can watch that video now. But this video right here is just the updates, so because there has been some updates since that said video. Like just recently, I want to say it was 2 days ago, Donald Trump was at a rally and he announced and he added two more updates to his tax proposals. And as I was going and doing my due diligence, I seen that Kamala Harris made one update that I saw that was new. Everything else that I found that she said, I already knew. So we're gonna go over the two new updates with Donald Trump and then the one from Kamala Harris. So without further ado, let's dive in. Now, the first one I'm gonna talk about is that Donald Trump was talking about at a rally just recently, where when he announced it, he had the crowd going crazy. But this is what he wants to do. He wants to make the interest on car loan payments fully deductible. And before you say, "Oh, that's great," which I'm not gonna lie, that is something good. That's something that I'm all for. But people are like going crazy about it, saying like they never seen something like this when this is actually very common. We have we have a deduction for an asset already. So if you are a homeowner, you can use this deduction every single year, and it is the mortgage interest deduction. Each and every year, if you're a homeowner, you can deduct the interest on your mortgage payments from your taxes, which is going to be lowering your tax liability every single year. So that's why when I say this isn't new with the whole interest car loan one, it's because we already have something in play that's it's the exact same, except one's a home and one's a car. So it wouldn't be too much of a difference. Something that we have seen before, but that was just I just put that out there so the people who heard about this whole interest car loan deduction and they just blew their minds, which like I said, I'm all for it. I'm good with that too. If if Donald Trump becomes president and he's able to pass that law, shit, that's gonna help a lot of people. But the reason why he wants to propose this is because he believes that doing this will boost auto production and make car ownership more affordable in America. But me personally, one of the main reasons why I feel like he wants to propose this, because this is another reason why because he announced this as well, but he wants to prevent Chinese automakers from selling vehicles in the United States. So those are the three main reasons why he wants to make this proposal. I said, and if he does become president and this does become law, this tax proposal can potentially see millions of people save significant amount of money in taxes. He actually also did bring up that he will impose whatever tariffs are necessary to protect the American auto industry. And when he said any tariff necessary, he was talking about 100, 200, 1,000%. Like he is not playing when it comes to having automakers strictly in the United States. Now, the second update that Donald Trump made to his tax proposal is ending double taxation on US citizens that live abroad. Because normally, when you are a US citizen and you live in a different country, you most likely will have to pay taxes to the IRS and pay taxes to the country that you're living in. But Donald Trump wants to completely end that. He stated that America is one of the only countries in the world that subjects their citizens to double taxation when they live abroad. Under the current policies, Americans who live outside of the United States and make above $126,500 per year automatically have to pay income taxes to the IRS and to that country that they're living in. This current double taxation policy makes it very difficult for Americans to live and work abroad. If it is passed, could potentially reduce taxes for millions of Americans substantially. Now let's move over to Kamala Harris, because the one and only update that I've seen that she made, which I'm sure that she either will make more updates at some point, or if she does win, I'm sure that she'll probably make things up on the fly. But the one thing that I did notice that she touched upon and updated was tariffs, because Donald Trump, you already know, he's trying to impose a whole bunch of tariffs, especially to China. So maybe she caught on and wanted to get on the wave, and she made proposal involving tariffs. So pretty much she wants to maintain tariffs on $360 billion of Chinese goods and add tariffs on specific imports. But yeah, that's honestly the only update that I seen from her. So if you heard, seen, or read anything else that she has made upon taxes, let me know in the comments so we can have a discussion, so you can not only let me know but let the rest of YouTube see it as well. Now these are just the updates from when they had their debate, because when I dropped the video on their initial tax plans, it was like 2 days after their debate they had against each other. So since then, these are all the updates that I saw. And what I'm gonna do for you guys is at the end of this, once this video is over, I'm gonna add the initial video. So if you don't feel like going back and watching that, continue watching, because you're gonna see what the initial tax plans are on top of what the updated versions are. But what I need you guys to do is make sure you hit that like button, hit the notification bell, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any other videos. I'm always dropping updates. I'm always dropping videos that are very beneficial for you guys. They're very educational, and I'm always talking about what's going on currently involving taxes. I am a tax professional, and I always want everyone who follows me or subscribe to the channel or just comes my way and we have conversation, I want them to save on taxes, because we all overpay in taxes. That is just the fact. So if there's ways for you to save on taxes so you can invest in yourself or just be able to afford things on a day to day, because let's be honest, we're living in some crazy times right now, and a lot of people can't afford the cost of living. So if you can save on taxes, that's going to be very beneficial to you, because most people don't even realize that taxes is their most expensive bill, and they don't realize it because it just automatically comes out. It's not like a bill when it's that time of the month and you gotta either have auto pay or sign a check or make that online payment. No, taxes come out automatically. Comes out of your paycheck, comes out when you go buy some food, when you get gas. You pay taxes on legitimately every single thing. And it's crazy because you pay taxes on the things you purchase with the money that you got from work that was already taxed. Talk about double taxation. But hey, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Let's have a good discussion. Let's be respectful, y'all. Let's be respectful. I'm not telling you who to vote for, who not to vote for, what party to be a part of. I just come to you guys to give you updates on both sides. So don't come trying to disrespect people in the comments. It's very unnecessary. This is a safe place to be a part of. This is the safe channel to be a part of. If you subscribe to the channel, you're a family now. So let's get right, y'all. Let's be good. Let's be respectful. And let's keep on learning and growing. So until next time, I hope you guys enjoy the video. We are 2 days removed from the presidential debate. And I don't know if you guys caught it, but there was a lot going on when it comes to taxes. In today's video, we're going to discuss all of the tax proposals that Kamala Harris is trying to promote, and Donald Trump as well. Stay tuned because we have a lot to unpack in this video. Welcome back to the Ricky and Nikki Accounting Channel. Today, what we're going to be talking about is everything that happened in the presidential debate regarding taxes. You know, this channel, we discuss all things financial literacy, taxes, business funding, bookkeeping, everything that you need to know to be able to start, scale, and grow a business will be right here. So the way the video is going to be broken down is we're going to go over what each person is proposing. So we're going to start with Kamala, then we're going to go to Donald Trump, and then after that, then we're going to go between and discuss the differences between the two. And then lastly, we're going to go over what they didn't talk about, because there's certain things that they do not even have a plan for, and it's to be determined depending on if they make it into the White House or not. But before we dive in, what I need you guys to do is hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on any other content that I drop for you guys, because I'm going to be coming to you guys with videos weekly on top of, the shorts and everything else that we drop pretty much daily. So make sure you do that for me right now, and let's dive in. There's 6 different things that Kamala Harris brought up that she wants to do. Number 1, raise corporate income taxes from 21% to 28%. When corporations have to pay higher taxes, that usually leads to them cutting staff, which is not good because that increases the unemployment rate. And that also lowers salaries
eliminates bonuses, and they do that to make up for all the extra tax expenses. Second thing she wants to do is raise long-term capital gains. How she wants to do that? She wants to raise it from 20% to 28%. And that's for high income earners. And this is the highest that it's ever been. Higher long-term capital gain taxes, that could lead to fewer high income earners into investing into stocks, bonds, commodities, real estates, and etc., which could be very harmful to the economy. Now, this is a good one. I found that I actually agreed with something that she should do. It's expanding the startup expense deduction. Now, right now, it's at $5,000. What she wants to do is raise it to $50,000 for new business owners and someone who wants to start a business, because everyone knows starting a business is very expensive. There's a lot of expenses that go into the day-to-day operations of running a business, especially when you start a new one. So this can actually help a lot of people, because it takes about roughly $40,000 to start up a business. The average rate it is. That's like the average rate to start up a business. Now, this one ruffled a lot of feathers, and honestly, I could see why, because it kind of doesn't make sense, but I understand that party's side on why they want to do it, but at the same time, it's not really right. What she wants to do is tax the unrealized gains of the wealthy. Now, before I even explain what that is, I'm seeing a lot of people complain about this when it wouldn't even affect them. This is only for individuals whose net is over $100 million. So if this doesn't affect you, you shouldn't really even have to complain about it, unless you're seeing it from the wealthy person's perspective, as in, how are you going to tax money that I don't have? Because that's essentially what it is. You're being taxed on money that you haven't even earned. To break it down, this policy requires families with a net worth of over $100 million to pay a minimum 25% tax, and that's including the unrealized gains. And this is a big problem, because this can potentially leave a lot of job creators, aka billionaires, to want to leave the country, which will again ruin our economy, because these billionaires are the ones creating all of the jobs. And if they don't leave the country, then they're probably just gonna dramatically decrease their investing in things like stocks, bonds, real estate, commodities, and things of that nature. Something else that she wants to do, which also ruffled a lot of feathers, because it's putting money in places where a lot of the people don't feel like it needs to be put in. But she wants to hire more IRS agents to do more audits. Kamala Harris casted the tie-breaking vote that passed the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022, which added $80 billion in new IRS funding, which most of it was to increase enforcement. It is estimated that the IRS will add tens of thousands of new employees due to this funding, which could potentially lead to more audits and greater compliance costs for the businesses. Another thing she wants to do, which she actually got from Donald Trump, is eliminate taxes on tips. She essentially copied Donald Trump's proposal to eliminate taxes on tips. Now, this is very beneficial for those who make a living off of tips. That's going to help a lot of individuals in restaurants, hairdressers, restaurants, bartenders, and etc. Those are the things that she proposed. There's a few other things we're going to go into in a little bit later, but now let's move over onto what Donald Trump is proposing. Number one, he wants to lower corporate income taxes from 21% to 15% for companies that make their products in the United States. This proposal could help many American companies increase their profit margins and making them much more competitive, which can also help them create more jobs in the United States, which would not only boost the economy, but help eliminate unemployment, or at least lower the unemployment percentage. Number two, he wants to eliminate taxes on Social Security benefits. Eliminating taxes on Social Security benefits will help the elderly, disabled, and others who are recipients of Social Security benefits to better afford everyday cost of living. And we already said how Kamala copied him with the eliminating taxes on tips, so we don't really have to discuss that, but yes, he was the one who came up with the idea to eliminate taxes on tips when he spoke to a waitress when he went out to eat at a restaurant, which is beneficial for all of the employees who make a living on tips, because it's going to help them keep more money in their pockets, since the cost of living these days is very high and inflation keeps rising. Now, this is one that I am 100% behind him on. He wants to make the Personal Income Tax Cuts and Jobs Act from 2017 permanent. PCJA, Tax Cuts and Job Act, was introduced in 2017 when he signed it into law. The Tax Cuts and Job Act reduced taxes for the bulk of 160 million Americans in the workforce. He wants to prevent Tax Cuts and Job Act from expiring, because at the end of 2025 is when this expires. Number 5, he wants to impose a 20% tariff on imports into the United States. This would help generate additional tax revenue without having to increase taxes on the American citizens and American companies. It would also add a 60% tariff on imports from China. Essentially, what a tariff is when you charge a country for importing products into the United States. So if you're a company who has your products shipped to the United States so you can sell, this may affect you because now the prices of your products are going to be higher. But at the same time, since you won't be paying taxes, it kind of levels out. So I also agree about adding tariffs to eliminate taxes on us, because a lot of people don't even realize that taxes are the highest expense. You pay taxes on the money you make. You pay taxes on what you buy with that on that money. You pretty much pay taxes on every single thing you do. So effectively, you don't even really notice it, but it is your highest expense. But going on that, he wants to completely eliminate federal income taxes and incorporate the tariffs. So that's why he wants to include the tariffs, so he can completely eliminate federal income taxes. So can you imagine you won't not having to pay federal income taxes? And if you live in a state where you don't have to pay state taxes, come on now, you guys. This is a no-brainer if you're looking to reduce one of your major expenses. Donald Trump, he floated this idea of replacing income taxes with tariffs. And if this proposal becomes law, the American people wouldn't have to pay personal income taxes anymore. But with that, prices of your everyday items would be more expensive. However, if you purchase American made products, then those prices wouldn't be as high because it's being made in America. The prices are going to be relatively cheaper. So effectively, he just wants everything done within the United States, which is great for our country. You want more products made in the USA. Now, we discussed 6 things that Donald Trump is proposing and 6 things Kamala Harris is proposing. So now let's discuss differences in some of the things that they didn't even talk about and don't even have a plan for yet. So tariffs and trades. You already heard everything that Donald Trump wants to do. Incorporate tariffs of 20% and 60% on China. Now, Kamala, it's to be determined. She hasn't had a plan for tariffs. She hasn't spoken about it at all. All she's really spoken about is raising taxes. When it comes to payroll taxes, Donald Trump wants to eliminate paying taxes on Social Security. While Kamala Harris, again, to be determined. She hasn't had a plan for that. She hasn't even spoken on it. Now, when it comes to business taxes, Kamala Harris wants to raise business taxes. Donald Trump wants to lower corporate income taxes, and he wants to lower the corporate income taxes to 50% if you make your products in the United States. Kamala Harris, she wants to increase corporate income taxes all the way up to 28%. So there's the big key difference there. She wants to raise it to 28%, and Donald Trump wants to lower it from 21 to 20, and then lower it all the way down to 15 if you make your products in the United States. Incentivizing everyone, all companies, to create their products in the United States. Now, estate and wealth taxes. Donald Trump wants to extend the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, which would keep the tax brackets exactly where they are. Kamala Harris, she hasn't determined anything yet. She hasn't spoken on it yet. It's to be determined. She hasn't had a plan or even spoken about that yet as well. Now, credits, deductions, and exemptions. Donald Trump, he wants to exempt taxes on tips, and he wants to raise the child tax credit to $5,000. Kamala Harris she also wants to exempt taxes on tips. She wants to raise the child tax credit to $6,000 for the children under the age of 1. $3,600 for the children ages 2 to 5, and $3,000 for older children. She wants to expand the earned income tax credit for filers who do not claim children. Now, the earned income tax credit is a credit you get for if you are a very low income earner. This usually only helps individuals who are seen as poor. Now, if you have children, then you're more likely to get the earned income tax credit. But if you don't, it's very difficult for you to earn the earned income tax credit unless you're not really working. And that's what we don't want. She also wants to provide first-time home buyers with up to $25,000 to help them with their down payments. She also wants to claw back deductions for depreciation and interest on certain rental construction investments. And again, she also wants to increase the startup cost deduction from $5,000 to $50,000. Now, there's a lot of talk about people saying that that's a good thing, which I do believe it is a good thing as well. But a lot of the big argument is you're trying to raise taxes on everybody and then give us a deduction. In reality, that's kind of like breaking even. Like, you want to be able to get the deduction since you're starting the business, because studies show that businesses fail between the first 2 years of starting. So if you're trying to raise our taxes and then give us a deduction, it's not really benefiting. It's kind of like leveling out. Now, capital gains taxes and dividend taxes. Donald Trump, this is something that he hasn't made a tax policy proposal on yet. And Kamala Harris, on the other hand, she wants to impose a 28% tax on the individuals who have a net worth of over $100 million. She wants to ensure no tax hikes on individuals making less than $400,000 a year. Now, individual income tax. Donald Trump, he wants to make the Tax Cuts and Job Act permanent. He's considering replacing personal income taxes with tariffs. Wants to exempt taxes on tips. While he was still in office in 2018, IRS W-2 data indicated that 6.1 million taxpayers reported a total of $3.83 billion in taxable tip income, which is an average of $6,249 per taxpayer. Now, Kamala Harris, again, she wants to exempt taxes on tips, expand the child tax credit, expand the earned income tax credit, expand premium tax credits, expand housing tax credit, including the low income housing tax credit, credit for new home buyers, credit for construction of started homes. Lastly, she wants to increase Medicare tax to reach 5% on income above $400,000. Now, this is just what was discussed on the debate and a little bit of what they proposed when they released what they want to do with taxes. But overall, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments what side you think will benefit you more tax-wise. This is strictly about taxes. And of course, I will update you on any other news comes out when it comes to taxes. Now, if you made it this far in the video, what I need you guys to do, if you haven't already, is like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys for watching. This has been a lot going on. They both have a lot of different views, what they want to do tax-wise. They really only had one thing, maybe two things in common, which is no tax on tips and raising the child tax credit. But overall, they have very opposing views. So let me know again in the comments what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Turn on that notification bell so you don't miss out on any other videos that we have coming your way. Until the next video.